Hey everyone, welcome back to Dizzy Sorcerer's Arena. Thanks for watching. So this is going to be my 7-month update. Just so you know, uh, about a week or two ago, I put out a video about stuff you need for Maleficent, and I just want you to know that I'm farming this directly after I shot that video. But this is coming out basically when around the other time that the other monthly updates have. I want you to also know that very shortly here in a couple of days I'm going to be going on vacation. So the 8th month update for the month of November will be probably a little behind when this video. So it'll be more towards Christmas that you're going to get this in December, just so you know. Anyway, let's jump in. So I just talked about how I'm going to start Maleficent and about all the lovely people you need for Maleficent. And that is, I need all of these people for Maleficent, so they're going to go on my short list. But also, and by short list, it's not short because it's like 23, 24 characters. But who I've been working on since last month is who I told you I was going to work on. That is Wreck It Ralph. Now, I will say that we have a gearing event coming up later today. Today is Monday, the 25th of October. And we have a gearing event coming up later, so I'm going to try to get some more gear. I'm going to hopefully get Felix up to Gear 5. And so that way, when the Wreck It Ralph event comes back, I will at least be able to unlock Ralph to Tier 5. Now, if you're playing this game and you're like wondering, should I farm Wreck It Ralph? I would say no. I made a commitment that Wreck It Ralph on this particular account was going to be the first legendary I opened for this account, and I'm going to follow through with that. But if you're starting this game and you're like, hey, and you just happen to stumble upon this 7-month video out of order, or because you were like looking for it, and you know all the ways that we stumble upon stuff these days, do not stop or they're off. Previously, before the middle of October, you kind of had a valid reason to farm Ralph because, as a whole, the Wreck-It Ralph team is better than the Hercules team. The problem is the way the game is right now. Overall, Ralph is not better than Hercules. Although, overall, pound for pound, member by member, the Ralph team is better than the Hercules team. And the Hercules team just being Herc, Pain and Panic, Phil, Meg, Peg, and Hermes. So no Hades. But everybody else, pound for pound, the Wreck It Ralph team is better than the Hercules team. Um, and then if you were to add in Hades, I think probably tilt back in Hercules' direction. But for the sake of this video, I'm just using the people that you need to get Hercules and Hercules himself as the Hercules team. Same with Ralph. Um, and so by saying that, I would say that if you took off, like, if you had to cut somebody off the Hercules team in order to fit Hercules onto that team, it would probably be Hermes would be the one you would leave off, and for Wreck It Ralph, it would without a doubt be Shank. Um, and so if you did your Hercules team where your Hercules team was Herc, Pain and Panic, Meg, Peg, and Phil, I would still give the edge to Wreck It Ralph with Vanellope, Calhoun, King Candy, Felix, and Ralph. But from a usage standpoint right now, you're probably better off going and farming Hercules because you're going to get more mileage out of Hercules, Megara, and Pain and Panic than you are probably off of the top 3 Wreck-It Ralph tunes, which I'm going to try to make a Wreck-It Ralph team on my main account to make it work in the raids. But for right now, you can get more mileage out of farming Hercules first. So, enough about that. but I made the commitment that I was going to farm Wreck-It Ralph as my first legendary, and that's still the case. And you can see where I am. I'm at 5 stars here with we're at 5-6 with Vanellope. We're at 6-6 with Calhoun. We're at 4-5 with King Candy. We're at 4-5 with Shank, and we're at 4-5 with Felix. Now, what I have decided to do is we'll go back to the Sun campaign real quick of where Wreck-It Ralph is, and I'll show you what I'm doing in terms of Wreck-It Ralph farming. So I've decided that since Calhoun is right here, I'm just farming the crap out of this node until we get finished with Calhoun. Then after that, I will move to Shank, and then King Candy will be last. Unfortunately, with these students, I always start with Vanellope, and so I usually hit these, and sometimes I'll skip the refresh. Today we're not going to skip the refresh with Fix It Felix, but usually I do end up skipping these two just because of the way the game is right now. I just decided to skip these two and go gear instead of farming these two usually. But I mean, aside from that, we're gonna like I said, we're gonna start gearing. We're gonna try to get some more gear for Felix and try to get them closer because I want to. My goal for the next time the Wreck-It Ralph event comes around is to have at least all of these up to 6-6. And as you can see, we're here already with Vanellope and Calhoun. Actually, we're at 5. We're at 5 with Calhoun, so we're still behind the curve on all of these. So we're not even going to be able to open Ralph. But in the coming days, I'm going to shift my farming, my double farm away from Vanellope, and we're going to put it on Felix, just so I can finish Felix. And then also, I should probably shift my effort where I just told you I want to get Felix, I want to get Calhoun done. I really need to worry about getting these to where they're higher, so I can make sure they're usable. So I'll probably throttle back on Calhoun and start some more on King Candy and Shank. Sorry about the cough, by the way. I don't know what's there. It's just I get a little tickle in my throat. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. Live commentary. You never can predict it. You never can predict how your throat's going to be. And I could edit it out, but honestly, I'm not good enough to do that. And then after that, I've decided to do the monumental task of going after Maleficent. Now, I talked about this in my previous video, so you know who I have to go after. All of these tunes, which probably isn't great. It's probably not. It's probably not the best use of my time and resources. So, going after all these tunes, it's not going to be practical. It's just not. So what I'm going to do right now here live on screen is we're going to take off people that I don't think I'm going to have time to go after. People that I don't have time to put the resources in to be able to get them where they need to be, sadly, in order to proceed with this event. So we've taken some characters. That's probably not as much as you thought I was, so my goal for between now and next video, next time you see me with the November update, is we're going to try to finish. We're going to try to get all of the Wreck-It Ralph tunes up to where they're at gear five, 6 or so we can get Ralph unlocked the next time event comes around. Aside from that, I'm gonna try my darndest to finish these villains at least. No, actually I've got too many people on here still. Once again, sorry about the coughing. Can't. I really wish I could help it. I probably should take some. Let's look at this Pepsi Zero here just to see if it helps. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Mm. So I'm gonna take these people that we need for Namari. I'm gonna count them as luxuries. And so here are the tunes we're just gonna be working on gearing. I'm gonna finish. So aside from what I said about the Wreck-It Ralph tunes, I'm also going to try to finish Gaston, Sheriff of Nottingham, Yzma, and then we're going to try to get. Obviously, I got number 8 to 60. We've got her to 60. We're going to try to gear her to 7. So we're going to finish these 3. We're going to gear them to tier 7, to gear 7. We're going to gear Namari to gear 7. Then we're going to start on the heroes, and the heroes are actually easier. They just weren't ready for me because the villains are easier to get in advance, but that's where I'm going. So, Wreck-It Ralph and these kingdom characters are all I'm going to be worried about between now and the update in November. So, if you're looking for me in November and you're saying, hey, what are you going to go for in November? It's very simple. Very simple. What I'm going to be doing is, as far as I'm concerned, Vanellope and Calhoun are done for me for right now. So in terms of Wreck-It Ralph, it's going to be getting the next star on King Candy and getting him up to gear 6. Getting the next star on Shank and getting her up to gear 6. Getting the next star on Felix and getting him up to gear 6. And then getting these kingdom characters, getting these 3 kingdom villains, 7 and gear 7. 7 stars in gear 7. Getting Namari up to gear 7. And getting these kingdom heroes as high as we can. It's a lot, but we're going to do it. Anyway, guys, that's been my month 7 update. Yeah, 6 or 7. I think it's 7. Month 7 update. For those of you who don't know, I started this account at the 1-year anniversary, and that's why I have the lovely 1-year talisman up here as my talisman. To know me when I started it. We're at level 65. We're not super competitive on anything because, for those of you wondering about my account, this is how my account is. Got a bunch of, we got 2 gear 7 characters. Merida's not done, but this is who we are. It's just a slow burn. It's a slow way to go, and there's probably more efficiently ways to do it, but that's not the way I'm doing it. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. If you got a question about this, or you got a question about why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it, please leave a comment. Let me answer your questions if you have a question. If you're going for somebody, if you're like, hey, who should I go after that's going to immediately help me? Because I want to be competitive in raids. It pains me to say it, but you're actually probably going to get the most bang for your buck. And just just go right here. Go to Hercules and start on start and finish Hermes. Start and finish Pain and Panic. Start and finish Hades. Start and finish Mag. Start and finish Phil. Start and finish Pegasus. And by finish, I mean get them all to 7-7, and then you'll be ready for Herc next time he comes around, and then you could work on Herc and get Herc to 8-7. Because ultimately, this team probably right now, and it really hurts me to say this because if you know how long I've been, if you know about me, you know how much I dislike Hercules. So, knowing how much I dislike Hercules, please believe me when I say I think you're going to get the most bang for your buck right now out of farming this team and then farming Hades. And by the way, farming Hades is not hard. Hades is one of the easiest characters in the game because he's in the exact same place as my boy Shan Yu. My boy Shan Yu's right here. He's done, obviously. Hades is right here. Farming Hades is super easy. Gearing him is not, but farming him is. So, that being said, have a great day. I will see you in November. Till then, have a good day.